A major concern with the flu is that it can be so contagious. It is generally spread by saliva, so this means it can be transferred by coughing, sneezing, sharing silverware and food. It is very contagious the day before symptoms come on, so you don't even know you're sick yet, and it can also be infectious for up to a whole week later, and that depends on the person. How long does the flu last? And we'll also discuss some natural tips to support your body. Hey everybody, welcome back to Dr. Ashley, your go-to channel for everyday holistic health tips for the times we live in, also known as eco-medicine. Consider hitting the subscribe button to stay updated on the latest health tips. This is such a commonly asked question that I'm chiming in with a little bit information on the flu. I have found that with all the environmental stressors, both in the air and from life itself nowadays, that many of us are getting sick all winter long, or at least more than we had planned. Of course, as humans, we are always at some risk for getting sick, but all the stress in our lives, having young children, air pollution, not sleeping enough, and a number of other factors make us more susceptible to getting sick. The flu is caused by different strains of influenza virus and lasts generally from 3 to 7 days. The worst symptoms usually are in the first few days. Symptoms can even last up to 2 weeks, and fatigue can occur for at least a week or more. A major concern with the flu is that it can be so contagious. It is generally spread by saliva, so this means it can be transferred by coughing, sneezing, sharing silverware and food. It is very contagious the day before symptoms come on, so you don't even know you're sick yet, and it can also be infectious for up to a whole week later, and that depends on the person. So don't fault yourself if you get the flu. Sometimes it just can be hard to avoid. This being said, if your immune system is weaker, a viral pneumonia can happen from the flu, leading to a much longer recovery and more severe symptoms. And some people could even end up with a bacterial pneumonia following a flu because their immune system has been so weakened. So taking really good care of yourself to reduce chances of getting even sicker is important. Just some quick thoughts. Flu symptoms, they include fever, body aches, cough, sore throat, fatigue, chills, runny nose, headaches, and sometimes even nausea, vomiting, or digestive issues. You might notice there is crossover with symptoms from other viruses like the common cold. Some things to think about with the flu. Number one, and it may sound cliche, but rest is absolutely vital. Also avoiding dehydration. Those two things are of utter importance. There's something called Tamiflu. If you can get it within the first 2 days of the flu, it can reduce the duration and symptoms, but it can cause a lot of nausea. And there is what is considered an herbal version called elderberry. At the proper dose, it can be quite anti-flu, but you have to start it early. Now, there are a number of natural supports to help with the flu, not to cure it, but to support your body during it, especially in hopes that you don't get something worse. This would include herbs like ginger, propolis. Propolis is wonderful orally, and it can even be sprayed into the sinuses and can be incredibly soothing. Olive leaf complex, raw honey, oregano are great, and also something called NAC, which is N-acetylcysteine. This can help with a lot of upper respiratory symptoms. And note that people who have lower levels of zinc, vitamin C, vitamin D, or vitamin A can be more susceptible to picking up viruses. A couple quick diet tips: staying off dairy and eating light pureed veggie soups, bone broths. Chicken broth is a great way to go if you have the flu. And one other thing, many people feel that getting their body a little bit more heated can help. So for adults, sometimes they consider doing sauna or steaming when they're sick, and they find that this helps a lot with symptoms. As far as prevention, other than the standard Western medical approach, really the best thing you can do is wash your hands for 20 seconds, even 30 seconds, before you touch your face, you eat, you do anything during the day really, and that can really help avoid getting the flu. Some people also get their vitamin levels checked to see what they're low in so that they're supporting those nutrients, and that can help as well. And then lastly, some people find they feel very good maintaining on antiviral herbs at a gentle low dose through the winter to help keep from getting sick. This is Dr. Ashley. Thank you for joining me for another episode. I hope these tips have been informative about the flu. And don't forget to subscribe for future updates on how you can live a healthier life.